start your the modulo 2 conformal transformation. So I am going to first start the conformal transformation here. So what is the conformal transformation? Before that, I am taking some example here. See here, suppose y equal to f of x. Suppose y equal to f of x is your single valued function with the real variable x. For the every value of the x, there is a corresponding value of y. You have seen in your, maybe you have seen in your first PU, that is relation and function. Suppose x equal to y equal to f of x equal to x or x square, whatever. If x is 0, y equal to 1. If x equal to 1, y equal to, if x is 0, y is 0. If x equal to 1, y equal to 1. If x equal to 2, y equal to 4. If x equal to 1.5, y equal to 2.25 something. If x equal to 3, y equal to 9. Like that, for every value of x, you get a corresponding value of y. And when you draw it in the xy plane, you will get a function. It means you will get a graph like this. A straight line passes through the origin. So means that is called your xy plane. Correct? So same as it is, that is also called a z plane. That is also called a z plane. So what does this indicate? Indicates means you just have to remember that for every value of x there is a corresponding y. Similarly, in the conformal transformation, we know that w equal to f of z, where z equal to x plus iy. F of z equal to u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. In general, you can also write it as u plus iv. Correct? So where the z equal to x plus iy means, in the z equal to x plus iy, for every values of, as we have a x plus iy, x plus iy means we can plot for every values of x, we can draw the z, we can draw the graph in the x plus iy plane. Means z is a function of x and y. Is that clear? Z is a function of x and y. Correct? Similarly, w is a function of u and v. For particular value of x, there is a value of y. For every value of v, there is a value of v. Like this. For every value of x, there is a y. Correct? For every values of x, there is a y. Similarly, for every values of x, there is a y. For every value of u, there is a one value v. So z is a function of x and y, means that is a having a x and y point, and w is a plane which having the points u and v. That we are explaining here. The quantity is z is equal to z of x comma y, and the w equals to w of u comma v are represented two separable planes. This is a z plane and this one is a w plane. In the w plane, the coordinates are u and v. In the z plane, coordinates are x and y. So a point x comma y in the z plane, a point x comma y in the z plane, a point u comma v in the w plane. A point x comma y in the z plane corresponds to a point, and u comma v, a point u comma v in the w plane. If a set of points x and y, from the set of the points x comma y, we can trace the curve C. Similarly, from the set of the points u comma v, we can trace the curve C dash. Curve is nothing but like this. We can draw a curve in the, or a line in the z and w plane respectively by using the set of the points x comma y and u comma v. So tracing of the curve, a point in the z plane, suppose x comma y traces the curve c in the z plane, u comma v traces the curve c dash in the w plane. We say that curve c is transformed into c dash. You may remember a relation of f of x in your PU level. A function f from a to b, one mapped, suppose f of x equal to 2x, 2 mapped to 4, 3 mapped to 6, like that. Mapping is, you know, the mapping of the function. Same as it is the curve c mapped to c dash. A curve c mapped into a c dash here. And here the transformation f of z. So this mapping of the curve under the transformation w equal to f of z. The corresponding set of points in the planes means like this. It is just an example, not exactly. Whatever the points we have used to transfer from a c to c dash, those set of points in these two planes will be the called images of each other, as you have seen in your function. This is the image of these points and these are the pre-images of these points, like that. If you transformed a c to c dash, suppose the curve c transformed into c dash, then the set of the points x comma y and u comma v will be called as images of each other. Will be called images of each other. So I take clearly, I will explain here once again. So what is the conformal? Before coming to the directly the conformal definition, consider a complex valued function w equal to f of z, putting a z equal to x plus iy, putting a z equal to x plus iy, where the w equal to f of z equal to u plus iv, where u and v are the functions of x and y. Here the complex quantities means both are complex. The complex quantities, z is a complex number, we indicate a z with the point x comma y. Similarly, w is a complex number which indicated by the point u comma v, are represented in two separate planes. Two separate planes. So that is namely z plane and w plane. These two planes are means w and z will be represented in the two plane. Z is represented in the z plane, w is represented in the w plane respectively. We represent in the two different planes. If a point x comma y, a point x comma y in the z plane, a point x comma y is in the z plane, corresponds to a point u comma v in the w plane. Suppose a point x comma y represent the point in the w plane that corresponds to the point u comma v in the w plane. If a set of points x comma v, if a set of points x comma y, suppose a set of points x comma y traces a curve C in the z plane and the corresponding points u comma v. Traces a curve C dash in the W plane. Traces a curve C dash in the W plane. So that mapping of the curve means the curve C is transformed onto the curve C dash. The curve C transformed or mapped onto the curve C dash under the transformation W equal to f of z. Under the transformation W equal to f of z, and these are set of the points u comma v and x comma y. The corresponding set of points in the two planes. The corresponding set of points in the two planes are called images of each other. That is simply the transformation. Using the set of the points x comma y, we draw the z plane. With respect to the points of x comma y, corresponding points of u comma v will be evaluated, and those u comma v will be using those points of the set of the points of u comma v, we write the W plane. Because z is a function of x comma y, using the x and y values only, you have to be derive the u and v values. Those u and using those set of the points of the u comma v, we have to draw the graph in the W plane. Using the points of x comma y, we have to draw the graph in the z plane. So those as x comma y will be transformed to u comma v. Using the u comma v, you have to write as W plane. So we have to draw the graph in the W plane, and after that curve C, that is graph in the z plane, will be transformed to the graph into a W plane. That transforming of the curve C to C dash under the transformation W equal to f of z. That corresponding set of points will be called as images of each other. So you just have to remember one thing. Z is a complex number which having the coordinates x and y. There is a set of points x and y. From those we can draw the graph in the z plane. Now using the relation in between u and v, we substitute these x and y values in the u and v. Then we get the points u comma v. Using these points, we have to draw the graph for the z W plane. In the z plane's coordinates are x and y. In the W plane, coordinates are u and v. U is a real axis, v is a imaginary axis. Similarly, x is a real axis, y is a imaginary axis. Using the points of x comma y, we draw the graph or the curve in the z plane. Now using these x and y, we can derive the u and v. Now from the set of the u and v, we derive the graph in the W plane. So that is the curve is transformed or mapped onto the curve C dash under the transformation W equal to f of z. So these set of points will be the images of each other. Now I am moving to the what is the conformal transformation then? Before that, see here, suppose this one is your z plane and this one is your W plane. Now using the set of the points x and y, Suppose if I draw the curve C1 using the one more equation. Suppose if I draw the two curves, if there is a two curves C1 and C2, which the angle between the two curves will be theta. Similarly, using the curve C1, I draw the curve C1 mapped onto C1 dash, a curve C2 mapped onto a C2 dash, and again there is an angle in between the C1 dash and C2 dash in the W plane. Suppose C1 mapped onto C1 dash, C2 mapped onto a C2 dash, and angle theta is converted to a, means in the W plane angle theta is the angle, in the I will take it as theta dash, not a phi. Theta dash, you can take another symbol also, no difference at all. I will take a theta dash. It is just a notation we have used, C1 dash, C2 dash, theta dash. These are just a notations. Clear? So when it is mapped onto a Z is mapped onto a W plane, if a transformation of this curve preserves an angle in between the two curves having both magnitude and direction is same. The transformation preserves the angle in between any two curves both in magnitude and direction. That is also called a sense. Then it is called conformal transformation. Means transformation is conformal if theta equal to theta dash. That is both in magnitude and also in the direction. If a transformation preserves the angle, if the transformation preserves the angle between any two curves both in magnitude and direction, both in magnitude and a direction, that is also called a sense. Then it is called conformal transformation. Suppose only magnitude is preserves, no direction, only magnitude is preserves, then it is called isogonal transformation. If only magnitude of the angle is preserved, then the transformation is called isogonal. Clear? If only magnitude preserves, that is isogonal. If both angle, magnitude and sense are preserves, then it is called a conformal transformation. You can also take it as theta equal to theta dash. So now take up there is a one theorem we have based on this theory here, but the proof of that property is not there. Simply there is a property states, there is no proof of the property. The property states that if W equal to f of z is an analytic function, if W equal to f of z is an analytic function of z in a region of the W plane, then W equal to f of z is conformal at all points. Then W equal to f of z is conformal at all points of the region where f dash of z is not equal to 0. If w equal to f of z is an analytic function of a z in a region of the z plane, then w equal to f of z is conformal at all the points of the region where f dash of z is not equal to 0. So this is just a property we have used. The proof of the property is not there. You just have to remember only the property. So according to this property, if f of z is analytic in the region of the z plane, then the w equal to f of z is conformal at all the points where f of z is not equal to 0. So next topic is discussion of the some standard conformal discussion of conformal transformation. Discussion of conformal transformation. So in the discussion of the conformal transformation, what happened? So they give the transformation w equal to f of z, where we have to put a substitution, so z equal to x plus iy or z equal to r into e raised to I theta, that is Cartesian and polar form. So these will be used to obtain u and v. U and v. Either a u and v are the functions of x and y or functions of r and theta. First we find the images in the w plane corresponding to the given curve in the z plane. First we have to draw the graph in the z plane, and then we have to draw the graph in the w plane using the set of the points u, v and x and y. Sometimes we need to use some techniques or particular eliminations to obtain the u and v. Means to obtaining the images in the w plane, we have to use some techniques to evaluate these u and v here. So here at the end of this discussion of every transformation, based on this there is some questions will be mentioned on the every different kind of the transformation. So particularly when we start the like a w equal to z square, there is some examples. W equal to e raised to z, w equal to z of 1 plus 1 by z. There is some standard transformations will be used. But in the every discussion, what happened at the end of the every function, we have some standard questions. We have some example based on that, but not particular example will be faced with the example in the exam. But you just have to be remember how to solve the examples. You just have to remember how to solve the example. Based on that, we start the remaining examples. You just have to remember the procedure. Based on that, we have to solve the all kinds of the examples here. So but just have to remember the procedure is what. When we take, first we have to take the substitution for the z, either a Cartesian or polar form, because to get the u and v in the x and y or r comma theta, means to get the u and v as a function of x and y or r and theta. So and then we have to be by the given we have to be first draw the graph in the z plane, and then you have to take out the transform that into a graph of the w plane using the set of the points x and y and u and v. To eliminate these u and v, have to use some various techniques to apply to simplify the to draw the images of the w plane.